to start what I always say is at the very beginning. And in doing so, we are going to ask Jacqueline Lessard, a part of our Boundary Métis Community Association, to lead us in a prayer and to bless the ceremony here of the unveiling of our 3D mural. Thanks, Jacqueline.
I just thought that I would tell you how much of an honor it is for me to do this, to have been asked to do this, because first of all, you probably know that Christina McDonald is also a Métis, and so she's the namesake for our wonderful Christina Lake. But not only that, at one time in her career, besides being the accountant for her dad's company and rescuing the books out of the lake, she also ran a fur trading company. And my ancestor was one of the 4 men who established the Northwest Trading Company back in the 18th century. So a couple of parallels there, which makes it really special for me today. Tanzi, bonsoir, good evening. We would like to give recognition and honor to all the Indigenous peoples and ancestors who lived here and cared for these lands, all our relations. Greetings to all here present today, Welcome Center leaders, partners, organizations, families, friends, and patrons. Now as we pray, I invite you, if you want, it's customary for us to hold hands, so hold hands if you would like to. Dear Creator, grandmothers, grandfathers, and ancestors, light the spark of gratitude in our hearts for the vision, dedication, and artistry of those involved in the reconceptualization of the Welcome Center floor mural. We are forever grateful for its completion and for the community's patience during the artistic process. Help us to celebrate the gateway to the Welcome Center, our new floor mural, a true reflection of Christina Lake, past, present, and future. Guide and inspire all community members to champion and treasure this work of art, this building, and all that they represent. We are blessed as a community to have this Welcome Center and its floor mural as its beacon. We are blessed to have community leaders, past and present, who have crafted its vision for today and for the future, to welcome and inspire unity within our community and with visitors alike. Creator, for all of this, we give you thanks. All my relations.
All my relations.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Now, we have got a bunch of fun stuff lined up for you tonight, but before we do that, we are going to hear from our elected official, Grace McGregor. I've also want to relay regrets from Linda Larson. Our MLA was going to be here tonight. She had another commitment she couldn't cancel for us. And Leah Carnahan, who is a local Christina Lake artist, most of you probably know her, who is the artist, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, of our little homecoming icon, which is part of our fun stuff that's happening tonight. So having said that, I won't keep any longer because we do have food in the background as well. Everyone, our elected official, Christina Lake, RDKB Director, Grace McGregor.
I keep saying that. Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. Really, look at the crowd here. Look at the interest in what we do at Christina Lake. And this is just indicative of everything that goes on here, everything. And the floor being one of those. And as you look at this, and and Ty, the artist, is here. I'll introduce him to you. You will get a feel for who we are and what we can do when we come together. This is a result of not just the artist and his vision, but of the community wanting it to happen. And so the community, when Donna and I started working on this, was a couple of years ago, right, Ty? And the timing needed to be right, and everything had to fall in line. And when it did, we had people coming out of everywhere to help get this floor ready for the artist. And I'm telling you, not many communities can say that that happens over and over here at Christina Lake. So we've got pictures, and if you get a chance, you'll watch that show on the back there that has slides, and you'll see these guys all on the floor, and they're scraping, and they're doing all the things that Ty needed them to do to get this ready. And it was totally impressive. I mean, I walked in and went, holy cow. I mean, it would kill me to be on my knees like that. But anyway, these guys were scraping, and then they showed me the old mural. So to go back a little bit, the first mural that Ty did on this floor was, we were in awe, literally. And everybody that came to this community was in awe. There are people all over the place that have their picture taken on that bridge and looking like they might fall into the falls. So it was, when we talked about doing it, I remember Ty coming up to the house and he said, what's your vision? And I said, I want a little bit of the old and a little bit of what we're doing and a little bit of who we are at the Welcome Center, which is partly environment, representing the stewardship, and talking about our history. And so we had some pictures and we threw them on my counter, and from there Ty took them and he did what he did in that last mural. So when we got together this time, he said, what is it you want? And I said, well, you know, the other one was pretty darn good. So how do we better that, or can we? It needs to be different. He said, it'll have to be different, Grace. And I said, a couple of components I really, really want in there is the bridge, because everybody loved it, some of the history, and I wanted some of the environment things that stewardship represents as well. And so as time went on, he said, are you going to give me a free hand on this? And I said, absolutely. There is no way that I should tell Ty how to create something like this. That's just not going to happen. And so all of a sudden on his Instagram, Canadian Murals, I see a comment that says, Grace, I have a vision. And I knew then they had it in his head on what he was going to do. And it's all you can do then at that point to say, what is it, what is it, what is it? But we did wait, and this is what happened. So Ty, could you come up, please? And please, a big round of applause for... Really, and you can see why. And a few minutes ago, I was explaining that Tyler also has done murals right straight across Canada. He's done murals for Cabela's. He's done murals for the Children's Hospital. And he's done a mural just lately for the Library and Trail at the back of the concrete esplanade there that actually looks like you can reach out and pull a book out of there. And, you know, every time he does one, I get on there and go, oh, wow. Because what else can you say? So tonight, Ty is going to explain to you, and you can have your picture taken with him, and he can explain to you how that works. Okay, please.
Yeah, like the whole...
Well, if you, yeah. I know you know how to short form.
It's magic. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain well, but it works from the single vantage point, basically. And you paint lines, perspective lines, like this is actually vertical, and then this line is vertical. The perspective line is vertical. It's hard to explain. So if you stand in the right spot, this line that is supposed to look vertical lines up with this actual vertical line, And that's how it works. So all of these vertical lines in the right vantage point look vertical, and then everything looks not
Neat.
flat.
3D.
I said it's magic.
It is.
Yeah, so that's how it works, and it works better with one eye because then your two eyes can't triangulate and you don't have depth perception. That's why it works so effective with a camera. So.
And I might add that Ty has embedded some of these in the floor. And this is our little guy from homecoming. And Leah Carnahan came up with this at the first homecoming we ever had. And we're going to ask, there's a little thing over there you can fill out. How many of these can you find? And we need it named because it's never been named. So that'll give you something to do as well. So if I can have all of the people that were involved in this, I think it's tourism, it's just about everybody. I don't know how to limit that because really it's tourism, it's class, it's me and you and Ty.
Members of the community.
And members of the
And
community.
you know who you are, so if you're in that crowd, if you're in
And
this
we're gonna
crowd,
cut the ribbon.
please step up and we're gonna cut the ribbon together. And having said that, I do know that I saw Dennis Thome in the audience here. Where are you, Dennis?
He's back there.
Where are you?
I got my arm on.
And is that Nola's voice I hear? Yeah. I want to acknowledge, of course, Nola is our Gateway president. I saw another board member here, Brandy.
So I know Phil is here, I know Raymond is
And
here.
So if you guys can all come up here so we can do the ribbon cutting
Come on,
together.
don't make us go and find you, please.
Okay, Patrick, get up here. Raymond, get up here. Cindy, get up here. Renata, get up here.
Has anybody got scissors?
What you said?
It's gonna fall off, Dad's gonna fall off.
You won't get it. And stay here.
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
Come here. Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, I know. It's perfect, right? Yeah, boy, girl, boy, girl.
Okay, Ty's gonna help me with this because we can't present this floor unless he releases it to us, right?
It's all yours.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. They look a little dangerous, don't they? Okay,
So everyone, like Grace says, we've got a couple of fun things going on here tonight. This little guy has been called everything from a water bug to a little Martian. And when I got here 2 years ago, I called it a water bug. I didn't know what it was until I was the one that was in charge of doing homecoming this year. Of course, along with my cohort, Cindy, wherever she ended up. And I found out from the artist that it's actually a little guy in a drop of water jumping out of our lake with his arms extended in the air. It made sense to me then. So for 10 years, he has gone nameless, and that's part of the contest. And we also have another fun thing going on. By donation, we will send you, you'll see the 2 vertical and horizontal pictures on the tourism booth there, where you can have your picture taken on the mural, and we can email it to you framed. And I wanted to let you know how that would look like. So Grace, I want you back up here, because I wanted to
my
give you
little
this.
guy or without my little
You
guy?
can bring your little guy if you want. Whatever. And here's what it would look like with your frame print sent to
Oh, yeah.
you via email by a nominal donation. It's whatever you think. So that's going to be throughout the year and forevermore here at Christina Lake if you want that.
That's
We're
how
gonna
Grace
do that.
catches fish because
That's how
really I'm
Grace-
not good with the line.
There we go. So there's that. There's also a door prize that you can enter into for a contest. Cindy's got some beautiful Christina Lake swag there. And the best part, of course, is we're going to open up the meeting room at the end of the room here where it actually depicts Christmas. You'll notice it doesn't so much out here because we wanted to do the video that we could play all year long, but the food is back there in the meeting room. Mulled wine, hot apple cider, and some wonderful hors d'oeuvres done by Lisa's Bistro, Tracy Cook and Jimmy McDonald, as well as Raymond and Renata Wade brought some beautiful stuff as well for us all to enjoy. So enjoy the mural, get your picture taken with Ty, take a look, travel through it, but certainly go down there for some good eats and some wine. And thank you again to the Phoenix Foundation, Grace McGregor, my Gateway Board for making this all possible, and of course all of you that helped with the recreation of the mural, especially Tyler Toes of Canadian
And come
Murals.
home to the lake.
And come home to the lake. Yay!
Sharing these online, credit the artist, Canadian Murals. Okay?
Hashtag.
Thank you guys all so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Ty. Okay. This is too neat for words. Okay, have fun.